In this video, I'm going to show you how I grow my Google Plus profile relatively rapidly. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for circle shares. All right, so just navigate to the search bar up top, type in hashtag circle share. All right, and then go ahead and search. So as you can see too, there's a bunch of hashtags up here on the top left hand side that are related to circle share. So that's a kind of a good place for you to get ideas about other hashtags that you can use if you're using circle share a lot, and you're getting a lot of the same people in your circles, and just if you want to change it up a little bit, some of these hashtags are definitely good things to take a look at. Okay, so once we get to this page, we are going to look at all of these. These blue boxes, these are circle shares, right? I typically, when I'm going for volume over quality, I typically look for ones that are 400 plus or close to 400. And as you can see, there's a bunch of them. And then a lot of the individuals are the same. Okay, so you're not every time if you add, let's say 498, this one right here, but if 50 of these people are already in the circle that you're adding them to, then you'll only add 448 rather than 498. All right, so just keep that in mind. So anyway, let's go ahead and pick one. So I'll just pick this top one right here, 450 people. We'll go ahead and add people, and you can either add individuals or you can add them all. And I personally, when my goal is to get a mass of people, then my goal is just to add them all. All right, so right here, what I do is I create a specific circle for all the circle share people. So everyone that I ever add from a circle share goes into this circle at least first. Later on, I might move them out and put them in a different circle, but until that happens, they go into this circle. And part of the reason for this is because I use Circuloscope to help manage my Google Plus circles. And if I just put everyone from these circle share ads, if I just put them all into one circle, it helps me kind of manage that more effectively. Okay, so anyway, we'll just go ahead and do circle share. One situation in which I might add them to a different circle is if I do like a keyword search for circle shares, which I'll show you in just a moment. I might put them in a different circle. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and add to circle share circle. So we're going to add that. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to kind of finish up and add all these individuals. So after this, I'm going to show you how to search, how to use a keyword to kind of find more specific circle shares. Okay. So let's say that you're interested in photography, right? Well, hold on. So you go ahead and use quotation marks, and then type in circle share, right? And then go ahead and search. It'll take just a minute. So congratulations to all those great photographers whose photos have been selected this week. Unfortunately, Google Plus's search mechanisms are not as good as Google the search engine, which is unfortunate. But you can definitely, if you just type in your keyword circle share, you have a good chance of finding circle shares related to whatever your niche is, okay, or whatever kind of target audience you're looking for. So keep that in mind, and you definitely need to kind of play with that a little bit. But another thing you can do as well is just check out communities. Go from everything to communities, and of course, photography circle share. There's nothing in there, but again, just try this out, see how it's going, and if adding people from circle shares doesn't get you the kind of target audience you need, you can always use communities based around whatever your theme is to find your target audience. Okay, so this video, again, just to recap. This video was how we grow our circles on Google Plus relatively rapidly. And just real quick, one of the reasons this works is because a large number of these people are pretty active, right? So you add them and they add you back. But if you really want to supercharge that, there's a couple things you can do. One, there's usually if you click this read more, it'll tell you here sort of how to get in on this circle share. With photography in general, these individuals, for instance, they were selected because of their photographs. But a lot of circle shares, you literally just need to add or circle the individual. So for instance, Peter Marbays right here, we would just circle him. We would just add him to a circle and then +1 and share this circle, maybe comment as well. And again, you really just need to read through these descriptions, and they'll typically tell you how to be added to these circle shares, and that's when you really start to see massive growth. Okay, so just on a daily basis, adding circle shares will get you. It'll make you some progress, definitely. But if you really want to supercharge it, then you need to get yourself added to the circles themselves. Does that make sense? Okay, so this tutorial again has just been about sort of how to grow your Google Plus circles relatively rapidly. And again, these are not going to be targeted individuals. If you want a tutorial on how I use Circuloscope to manage my Google Plus circles, there'll be an annotation at the bottom of the screen right now. And if you're on mobile, it'll be the very first link in the description. So definitely go check that out. I highly recommend Circuloscope for managing your Google Plus circles, especially if you're going to be doing circle shares, because you will hit the limit of people that you can have in your circles by doing circle shares, and Circuloscope is really the only time-effective way of cleaning those individuals out who you don't want in there and kind of reorganizing people based on different kinds of criteria. So definitely, if you want to go and grow on Google Plus, I definitely recommend that you check out that tutorial. I'll talk to you later. Take care.